Shabbat Shalawam, Yasharahla. Shabbat Shalawam. Dawan Yasharahla here, bringing out a few precepts on the Shabbat. The title of this quick sit down: separate yourselves from the heathens or be thrust through. Separate yourselves from the heathens or be thrust through. Because everybody got this conception that the Most High is coming for everybody and all the nations on the earth, and that's fallacy and that's a lie. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Bible. My first precept, I'm going to go to Leviticus 20 and start from the 24th verse. Leviticus 20, verse 24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am Yahawah, your power, which have separated you from the other people. I am Yahawah, your power, which have separated you from other people. Leviticus 20 and 25. Ye shall therefore put difference between clean beasts and unclean, and between unclean fowls and clean. And ye shall not make your souls abominable by beasts, or by fowl, or by any matter of living thing that creepeth on the ground, which I have separated you from as unclean. Which I have separated from you as unclean. Leviticus 20 and 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yahawah, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye shall be mine. I mean, the Most High, through from Genesis to Revelation, is only dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel, point blank and period. He's not coming to for all the other nations. You go to Isaiah 11:11, where he says he's making a second coming to redeem a small remnant of his people. You go, throughout the scriptures, Luke 1:68, his people. That's all you read. Matthew 1:21, his people. That's all. That's basically it. But everybody got this misconception. He's coming for everybody. I'm going to read Leviticus 20:26 again. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yahawah, am holy, and I have severed you from other people. I have separated you from other people, that ye shall be mine. That's cut and dry. The Most High is only dealing with Israel. I'm a precept. Let's go to 1 Peter 1 and verse 15. Start from the 15th verse. 1 Peter 1, starting from the 15th verse. 1 Peter 1 and 15 reads, but as he which has called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Read it again, 1 Peter 1 and 15. But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all matter of conversation. 1 Peter 1 and verse 16. Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. Verse 16 again. Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. Precept upon precept, the Most High proves he's only dealing with Israel. He's only dealing with Israel. He put a separation, and he divides us from the nation. He severs us away from the other nations, and I'm going to bring out some precepts to prove all this. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32, starting from the 8th verse. Deuteronomy 32, starting from the 8th verse, and it reads, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, he separated the sons of Adam, and he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Read that again. Deuteronomy 32, starting from the 8th verse. when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance. So we all know the Most High divided the nations. And I'm going to prove it through some precepts here. We're not supposed to be mingling with these other heathen nations, point blank and period. Where it say, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the numbers of the children of Israel. Deuteronomy 32:9, for Yahawah's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Deuteronomy 32:9, for Yahawah's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. I mean, Most High separated. He never wanted us to mingle with these other, heathen nations or the so-called strangers. I'm a precept Deuteronomy. Let's go to Acts, the book of Acts, 17th chapter, starting from the 26th verse. Acts 17 and 26 reads, and has made one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and has determined the time before appointed and the bounds of their habitation. Read that again, Acts 17 and 26, have made one blood all nations. What blood is that? The blood of Jacob. Point blank and period, the Israelites, his people. One blood all nations of men to dwell on the face of the earth, and has determined times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation. I mean, it's predestinated way before the earth was made. You read it throughout the scriptures, way before the earth began. This was all predestinated through BahaSham, Yahawashi. Let's prove the separation. Let's go to the book of Luke. He never wanted us to mingle with these heathens. Luke 12 and verse 51. Luke 12 and 51 reads, this is the King of Kings, Lords of Lords, Yahawashi Mashiach speaking in red letters. Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, which is no, but rather division. Luke 12 and 51, suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. We know that the Most High is not coming for peace. Everybody think he's coming to make friends with everybody on earth. You know, in Matthews, he lets you know that he's not coming for peace, but with a sword. So he's coming, he divided the nations. He don't want us mingling with these heathen nations. And that's point blank and period. Let's precept Luke, and let's go to the book of John. St. John, book of St. John, chapter 7, verse 43. Luke 7 and 43. And it reads, so there was a division amongst the people because of him. Because of who? Yahawah, BahaSham, Yahawashi. He divided us again, predestinated before the earth was. He separated us. Point blank and period. We're not supposed to be mingling with these other heathen nations. Let's go to the book of Ezra. Book of Ezra, starting chapter 9, starting from the 11th verse. Ezra 9 and 11. 9:11, emergency. Reads, which thou hast commanded by thy servants, the prophets, Salakim, saying, the land unto which ye go to possess it is an unclean land with the filthiness of the people of the land. I'm going to read that again, Ezra 9 and 11. Which thou hast commanded by thy servants the prophets, saying, the land which ye go to possess it, it is unclean. Salakia, it is an unclean land with the filthiness of the people of the land, with their abominations, which have filled it from one end to another, with their uncleanness. Verse 12, Ezra 9 and 12. Now therefore, give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever, that ye may be good, strong, and eat the good of the land, and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. I'm going to read that again, Ezra 9 and 12. Now therefore, give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever, that ye may be strong and eat the good of the land, and leave it for inheritance to your children forever. Esdras 9 and verse 13. And after all this that come upon us for evil deeds and for our great trespass, seeing that our power has punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and has given us such deliverance as this. Esdras 9 and 14. Should we again break thy commandments and join affinity with the people of these abominations, would not thou be angry with us till thou hast consumed us, so that there should be no remnant nor escaping? I mean, we're not supposed to be mingling with these heathens. He referred them as the filthiness of the people of the land. We're not supposed to be mingling with these. And I'm going to go into the book of Hebrews, because we all know one of the ones, Hebrews 12 and 16, famous precept. Hebrews 12 and 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So we know, these people are wicked, evil, unclean. We're not supposed to be mingling with them, point blank and period. And it's transgressing the commandments of the Most High. That's just the way it is. Let's go back in the book of Ezra, chapter 10, starting from the 10th verse. Ezra 10 and 10. Ezra 10 and 10 reads, And Ezra the prince stood up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed and have taken strange wives to increase the trespass of Israel. Read it again, Ezra 10 and 12, 10 and 10. And Ezra the priest stood up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed and have taken strange wives to increase the trespass of Israel. Ezra 10, verse 11. Now therefore make confessions unto Yahawah your power of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land and from strange wives. I'm going to read that again to get the point across. Ezra 10 and 11. Now therefore make confession unto Yahawah your power of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land and from strange wives. Ezra 10 verse 12. Then all the congregation answered and said with a loud voice, As thou hast said, so must we do. Gotta separate from these heathen nation women and men. If you're an Israelite woman, he doesn't want us mingling. You can read it throughout the Bible. Point blank and period. It's all throughout the Bible. He does not want us mingling with these other nations. There is no such thing as a mixed marriage. There is no. Everybody know, pedigree comes from from your father. Go to Numbers 1 and 18. It's whatever your father is, that's what you are. If your father's a heathen, you're a heathen. Point blank and period. But everybody's confused. Read that again. Ezra 10, verse 11. Now therefore make confession unto Yahawah your power of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land and from strange wives. I mean, how clear can you put it? I'm going to precept that. Let's go to the Apocrypha. Let's go to the Apocrypha, First Esdras, starting at the 9th chapter, starting at the 7th verse. First Esdras 9, verse 7. So Esdras rose up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed the law in marrying strange wives, thereby to increase the sins of Israel. Read it again. First Esdras 9 and verse 7. So Esdras rose up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed the law. Obviously, it's in the law, statute, commandments. Not supposed to marry these strange women from other nations. And men, if you're an Israelite woman, point blank and period, there is no such thing as mixed marriages. Ye have transgressed the law in marrying strange wives, thereby increase the sins of Israel. So as long as you are mingling with these other nations, Israel is transgressing the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. I mean, that's just the way it is. First Esdras 9 and 8. And now by confessing, give glory unto Yahawah, your power of our fathers. First Esdras 9 and verse 9. Read, and do his will, and separate yourselves from the heathens of the land and from strange women. Read that again. First Esdras 9 and verse 9. I don't know whether the confusion and brothers out there think that they can, have other wives of other nations. But as we read, it's transgression of the law, statute, commandments of the Most High God, Yahawah, BahaSham, Yahawashi. Read it again. First Esdras 9 and 9. And do his will. Do whose will? The Heavenly Father's, Yahawah's will. And separate yourselves from the heathen of the land and from strange women. First Esdras 9 and verse 10. Then cried the whole multitude and said with a loud voice, like as thou hast spoken, so will we do. First Esdras 9 and 10. Then cried the whole multitude and said with a loud voice, like as thou hast spoken, so will we do. I mean, I'm bringing up these precepts to prove the Most High is not dealing with mixed marriages, point blank and period. And if you are involved with that, I'm reading you to what he sent to do his will, to separate yourself from the heathens, point blank and period. That's just the way it is. Let's go to the next precept. Let's go to the book of Nehemiah, because there's multiple scriptures out here that proves all this. Nehemiah 13, starting from the 25th verse. Nehemiah 13, starting from the 25th verse, reads, And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by the Most High, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourself. Read it again, Nehemiah 13 and 25. And I contended with them and cursed them, and smote them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by the Most High, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourself. Verse 26, Nehemiah 13:26. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet amongst many nations there were no kings like him, who was beloved of the Most High, and the Most High made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him outlandish women caused to sin. I mean, even through King Solomon, who had many wives, it was against the Most High. Nehemiah 13 and verse 27. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against against the Most High in marrying strange wives? I'm going to read that again. Nehemiah 13:27. Shall we then hearken unto you to do this great evil, to transgress against the Most High in marrying strange wives? I mean, precept upon precept, we're not supposed to be mingling with these other nations. I don't care what anybody says, and that's why I'm bringing this sit down out. That was Nehemiah 13. Let's precept that. Nehemiah 13:25. Let's precept. Let's go to 1 Kings. It's all throughout the whole Bible. Point blank and period. 1 Kings 11. And starting from the top. 1 Kings 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women from the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Hittites. Verse 2. Of all of the nations concerning which Yahawah said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you. For surely they will turn away your heart away, Salakia. They will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon cleaved unto these in love. I'm read that again. 1 Kings 11, second verse. And of the nations concerning which Yahawah said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods, the gods of this wicked earth. Solomon cleaved unto these in love. I'm going to read verse 3. 1 Kings 11:3. And he had 700 wives, princess, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. So as you see and it's proven through the scriptures, King Solomon transgressed the law, statutes, and commandments, and the Most High was not happy. So why should we? You're not supposed to be dealing with these other nations, point blank and period. Let's further prove that. Let's go to Apocrypha again. Let's go, because it's all throughout the scriptures. Let's go to Apocrypha, starting with Tobit, Book of Tobit, 4th chapter, starting with the 12th verse. Tobit 4:12 reads, beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father. I'll read that again, Tobit 4:12. I like it. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. I'm going to read that again and make sure everybody get that point across. Tobit 4, reading from the 12th verse, from the Apocrypha. Beware of all whoredom. That's what the Most High thinks about it. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers within Israel. And take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. Tobit 4:13. So 4 and 13 reads, Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despite not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them. So if you love your people, you're going to, house and espouse a woman or a man within the children of Israel. Point blank and period. What I've been saying through this whole sit down. Start Tobin 4 and 13 again. Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay, and great want, for lewdness is the mother of famine. I mean, if you love your people, separate yourselves from these heathens. I'm just stressing it because that's what the sit down's about. Separate yourself from the heathens or be thrust through. Point blank and period. Point blank and period. Let's stay in the Apocrypha. Let's go to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, starting at 12 and 10. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Sirach 12 and 10 reads, Never trust thy enemy. That's what the Most High says. They are our enemies. We're not supposed to be mingling with them. Never trust thy enemies, for like an iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Point blank and period. Sirach 12 and 10 from the Apocrypha. Never trust thy enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. I'm a precept that, staying in the Sirach, going to the 6th chapter and the 13th verse. Sirach 6 and 13, Ecclesiasticus 6 and 13 from the Apocrypha reads, Separate thyself from thine enemies. I mean, this is all, it's throughout the scriptures. Throughout the scriptures, Sirach 6 and 13, separate thyself from thine enemies and make heed of thy friends. I mean, that's just the way it is. The Most High don't want us mingling with these heathen nations, point blank and period. Let's go to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 11 and 21st verse. Proverbs 11 and 21 reads, Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. No, everyone. The seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Read it again. Proverbs 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So if you stay with these heathen nations, they still going to be punished through the spirit of BahaSham, Yahawashi. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. I mean, it's throughout the scriptures. Let's precept that, staying in the book of Proverbs, going to 16th chapter and verse 5. Proverbs 16 and 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to Yahawah. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. So all you people talking about mixed marriages, and especially if you're an Israelite, the Most High ain't recognizing no mixed marriage. We know the pedigree comes from your father, point blank and period. There's no confusion from the mother. It comes from the father. Numbers 1 and 18. Read the Proverbs 16 again. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to Yahawah. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. I mean, it's throughout the scriptures. We're not supposed to be mingling with these heathens and these strangers of this wicked world. Point blank and period. He separated us. He set a division from Israel, from all the other nations. He's only coming for Israel, point blank and period. I mean, so I'm bringing out these precepts. Let's go to Amos. The book of Amos. Amos 9, starting from the 9th verse. Amos 9, starting from the 9th verse, and it reads, For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel amongst the nations. That proves he's not coming for all the nations. We all know in Isaiah what he thinks about the nations. Vanity. Point blank and period. You know, a bucket out of the vessel. Read it again, Amos 9 and 9. For lo, I will command and sift the house of Israel amongst the nation, like as corn is sifted in the sleeve. Yet shall not the least grain fall from the earth. Amos 9 and 10. All my sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. I'm going to read it again. Because if you're staying hand in hand with these wicked heathens, this is your judgment. Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. I mean, you can't. It's thus said the Lord, thus said Yahawah. Point blank and period. I'm a precept. Amos 9 and 9. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel. So all throughout the scriptures, Ezekiel 20 and the 38th verse. Ezekiel 20 verse 38 reads, And I will purge out from amongst you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am Yahawah. I'm going to read it again. Ezekiel 20 and verse 38. And I will purge out, I'm going to separate from amongst the rebels. What does he refer to? The rebels. The filthiest, the unclean people. Ezekiel 20:30, I will purge out from amongst you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am Yahawah. I mean, y'all want to stay with those heathens, so-called mixed marriages, after all these precepts? I don't know what else to tell you. Let's go to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah. I'm going to close this out because I don't want to make this, I know the point is out there. We're not supposed to mingle with these heathens, these strangers of this wicked world. Isaiah 13, starting from the 14th verse. Isaiah 13 and 14 reads, And it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into their own land. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into their own land. Isaiah 13 and 15. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Read it again. Isaiah 13 and 15. To recap all these precepts. Isaiah 13, 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Just want to bring out these precepts on the Shabbat. Again, like the title says, separate yourself from the heathens, or be thrust through. With that, I want to say Shabbat Shalawam, Yasharahla, the kingdom is nigh, endure to the end. Shalawam.